everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back. And today I'm going to be doing my second project in my little series from PAPERCRAFT Society Box 38. This one has been designed by Daisy May Designs, and I'm going to use one of the other stamps and cut it out with the coordinating die. And this time we're going to make a shaker card. So let's get started. I have used, I'll just bring him in here. I have used, actually I'll hold it up, I'm not sure you can see it. I've used that stamp there, and I've used the coordinating die to cut him out. And I've just knocked my glue over. It's alright, didn't go on the floor, we're doing okay. And I've used a glue stick to glue him down. And I've used the square die that came in the set to cut out this square die, or the square mat, which will be used as the basis for our shaker element. Now, if you haven't got this set yet, or you're not a member of the PAPERCRAFT Society and you want to use the same sizes, this square measures 3.5 by 3.5, or 3.5 squared. So there you go. And I'm going to pop that over there. And we are making a 6x6 card today. So I'm going to have it as a tent fold, which means it's going to stand with the fold at the top. And I've used one of the plain blue pieces of paper to add a mat. And again, this is a 6x6 mat. And I've cut the card from 300 GSM white cardstock. And I've used that beautiful blue and yellow plaid, which I'm going to use as a mat. And this measures 5 by 5 inches. And I will add all of these measurements in the description down below. I know it's a lot to remember, or a lot to try and scribble down when you're watching the video. So I will put all of these measurements in the description box down below. So I'm just going to put some glue. It is like a tacky glue. It's a glue stick, the orange glue stick from WH Smith, which incidentally is not a sponsored video. It's just that I like using it. You can use Pritt stick or whatever, any other strong glue stick that's available wherever you live. So I'm using this merely because it was on my desk from another project. So I'm going to slide that into the middle. And the thing about using glue is you've got time to slide it into place. If you could put this down with tape, but if you don't get it where you want it first time, you've had it basically. So we're going to use that like that. So that will sit like that. And that's going to sit there. And now we're going to bring in, I'll show you what I've used. I've used this little guy, which I stamped and cut out with the stamp and die set. And I've used my alcohol markers to colour him in this time, because we're going to be doing a shaker card. I wanted him to stand out a bit more, and I didn't think he would stand out very much once I've used my pencils. So for this one, I've used my alcohol markers. And again, I'm going to use my glue stick. And I'm just going to rub that all over the back. Make sure we get it into those corners, because what we don't want the thing doing is lifting. So I'm just going to give it a good coating of glue right into the corners. So I'll put that over there. We won't want that anymore, or at least I don't think we will. And I was just looking up to make sure you could still see what I was doing. And I'm going to slide that, or place that into the middle. And I'm using one of the shaker squares that came, I know it's a bit difficult to see because it's clear, it's acetate, but if I put it over like that, that came with the pack. But if you haven't got one of these, take a piece of acetate that measures 3.5, or I'd say 3.5 or 4 by 4, and put some foam tape underneath. But as we've got these, I'm going to use that. And what I've done with the shaker elements, we had some beautiful little white iridescent sequins in our pack, and I have put mine into a little Ziploc bag just because it's easier to get them out afterwards, and it's easier to put them back in again. It's wonderful having them in these little white envelopes, the paper envelopes. I know that's much better for the environment, but it's not much better if you want to try and get it back in afterwards, especially if you tear it as much as I do. So what I'm going to do, actually, no, which way should I do it? No, let's do it the other way first. I'm going to use my red runner tape this time. And I'm just going to run that. That's why I stuck this down first, because I used my mat as a guide for where the runner tape needs to go. Otherwise you've got to mess about trying to measure it, and then you don't get it in the right place, or I don't get it in the right place. So I'm doing it this way because it's easier. Why make life difficult for yourself? So we're going to run that round there. You could use glue if you wanted to. I would suggest, if we do that, I would recommend using a tacky glue, because you need something that's not going to lift. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to just very carefully, or as carefully as I can, put just a few of these, because it's not a very deep, it's a beautiful dome, but it's not very deep. We might get away with just a few more, actually. Just a few, not many. So we'll save them for another project. So we'll put a few more on. That'll do, I think. Don't want to overdo it, and we don't want to cover up our little friend in the middle there. And then all I'm going to do is line that up. You can use your square as a guide. Line it up, stick it down like that. Just use your finger, or you can use a bone file if you've got one. But I'm going to use my finger or my thumb. And press that all the way down like that. And that's if you've got these shaker elements, they're absolutely wonderful. And it's the easiest way in the world to make a shaker card. So there you go, guys. I haven't put a sentiment on this one because it's so actually there are two reasons. I was going to say it's because it's so obviously a Christmas card, which I guess it is. But if you've got someone who's got a winter birthday, perhaps late November or December or even January, this could very easily be a very nice winter birthday card. So I've not put a sentiment on this one yet because we have got a couple of winter birthdays in our family. So they might get that instead of having it as a Christmas card. So it moves around quite nicely. We could have put a few more in there, but that's okay. I didn't want it to obscure my little friend in the middle there. So there you go, guys. There is our shaker card for today. Nice, quick and easy project. And when you come back next time, I'm going to be using some of the papers that were available as a download. I've already downloaded them. I haven't cut them out yet. I'm not that efficient. But I've already downloaded them and printed them off, and I'm going to be using them in a different way. So come back and see what I get up to next time. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. What I am going to do, I'm just going to bring that in and give you a bit of a closer look. So hopefully that's a bit better for you. I didn't realise the camera was so far away. Sorry about that, folks. So that will be quite nice. I've just given it a little bit of an embellishment in there. I could have put a few more in, but that'll do. So there you go, that's our card for today, our little shaker card for today. And I'll be back soon with another project from PAPERCRAFT Society Box 38. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. And until we meet again, thank you for watching, everybody. Stay safe, have fun, and as always, happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.